Okay. So welcome to the class, Nyan. Let me just ask you something. All right. Can you tell me what did you and I talk about in our previous lesson?
We learned about books, right? Kind of book, like fiction, non-fiction.
Okay. We talk about different types of book, fictions and non-fictions, but I think also we talk about emails, right?
No, email is that. I thought that
The
this
previous one. Yeah, the
is the
previous
last
one.
unit already.
Give me just 1 second. Okay. It was in before in the last unit. Okay, it was
Wait.
before in the last unit. And here I
Yeah.
have some questions for you. I have some questions for you that I am going to ask you. All right. The first question I have for you is the following. So can you tell me what are fiction books and non-fictions?
Non-fiction is the real books, like real things, and
Book,
fiction is built up by
okay.
our imagination.
So non-fictions, you say they are real books, all
Real
right?
book, yes,
Okay.
yes,
Based on real life, right?
yes. And non-fiction is the book that built up by our imagination.
That is correct. It's the kind of book that is made up by it's made up based on fancy things, all right? Like things that are not
Yes.
real, unreal things that may be imaginary. So let me ask you something. Now that I ask you this question, can you give me 5 examples of non-fictions and 5 of fiction? 5 and 5, all right? Like my finger, 5 on this hand, but I want you to
For
use your
non-fiction.
fingers. Look at me, Nyan.
Okay.
You're gonna use your fingers, like, okay, like that. You're gonna count the books, the types of books. Look at this. Your right hand, non-fictions. Your left hand, fiction. All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Let me see
Yeah.
your skill.
Wait. Fiction is left or right hand? Oh, left.
Sorry, non-fiction, right hand. I'm sorry,
Okay.
non-fiction, right hand. Fiction, left hand. But you're gonna use your fingers. You will use your fingers and count them.
First is Atlas. Let me think. Biography, right? Dictionary. Let me think. Dictionary. I think that they have some problem. Are you muting yourself?
Oh, no, sorry. I was gonna click on that volume. And let me ask you something. And what do you think, in your opinion? One last question, and then we'll proceed with the class. All right. What do you think is gonna be for children? What do you think? For children, what do you think is gonna be more popular? Fiction or non-fiction for children? Like, let's say 3 years old to 10 years old.
I think it's
11
fiction.
years old.
Comics.
And
fiction.
Those are fiction. Okay. For teenagers, 12 years old to 18 years old.
I think that this teenager, so we need to research for the real thing. So I think it's non-fiction.
Adults. That's obvious.
Okay. Like in here, we will read Atlas, dictionary. Yes, just like that. And we research about things around us.
Yeah, that's correct. So nice, very nice, Donyan. I really love the way how you did this short exercise. It it was a nice introduction. And let's get started with the next class, today's class. I'm gonna share my screen to you. So here we go. Lesson 10B, grammar. So today we're gonna deal with grammar. All right, I think this is something that we have already seen before, but most importantly, we are going to reinforce this part. Let me show you this. Okay, so here we go. Let's talk about the passive, passive, all right? The passive voice, present, and past simple. So as we already covered that, so let me show you here this test. Okay.
Okay.
So this is what we are going to do here. We are going to read the facts. And then after that, I want you to tell me which do you think is the most surprising.
Okay.
You can read this one.
More than 32 million books are kept in the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. Every book that is published in the UK is sent to the British Library free to charge. 57 books are bought every second by shoppers in the USA. Before 1450, books weren't printed. They were copied by hand. The first Harry Potter manuscript was offered to 12 publishers, and they all said no. The novel
Okay.
by Champion of Young was written by 1939 by Ernest Vincent Wright without the letter E. A copy of Alice Adventures in Wonderland was sold for $1.5 million in New York.
That's right. Well done. So question for you, Nyan. Let me ask you a question. This is the question of the exercise. All right. So this is the question of the exercise I have for you. Let me see. Which do you think is the most surprising? So here we have like different, look at there. Listen carefully to the question, because here I want you to be very analytical. All right. Listen carefully. In this scenario, in these scenarios, I want you to be very analytical. All right. Listen carefully. Which do you think is the most surprising? Check all of it.
I think that is the fact the first Harry Potter manuscript was offered to 12 publishers and they all said no. Because I think that Harry Potter is the great novel. So when some publishers like said no with that
Publishers,
book,
remember the pronunciation. You have a all publisher.
Yes, and I mean that like when a publishers when they like say no with the novel Harry Potter manuscript, so I think that they're very stupid because that's a great novel. Like they can become millionaires with that novel.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to you something about that related to this. You said that in your opinion, for you, the most surprising, in your personal opinion, this one may be Harry Potter.
Yes.
I mean, Harry Potter's manuscript.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So in can you justify why? Well, I think you already told me, but I would like you to repeat it for me. Can you please justify why is Harry Potter so popular, so important for many people? As this is not like this way for you?
I think that they are popular because that they have the great story with logic story. Like they don't just think anything that like they just think anything that's so stupid. Like they they make a fiction novel with a logic. So I think it's popular.
Give me just 1 second, Yan. Just 1 second, real quick. All right. I think my supervisor is calling me. Chan, my
Okay.
supervisor. 1 second. Hi, Chan. Nyan, are you there, Nyan?
Yes, yes, here. I'm here.
Okay, I'm sorry for
Hello.
that short time. I'm sorry for the waiting time. As you know, my supervisor was calling me. It looks
No
like
problem.
something is going on with the system, but everything is fine so far. I explained what's
Yeah.
happened, and okay, let's continue. So something that I can see here, let me tell you something. It's not a secret that there are many fancy things, like in the case of Harry Potter, that they are very appealing for different audiences. Do you understand what I'm saying? Being
Yes, like
appealing.
everyone can read it.
That's
Like
right.
everyone can read it.
That's right. And
I think that you're muting yourself.
oh, I'm sorry. Like I said, it's a trend. Nyan, it's a trend because since a lot of people know Harry Potter and it's in the movies, it's in the film, so it may be impacting for potential audience because it's a fancy thing that may be all right appealing for especially children and some other teenagers. So now let's go to exercise number 2. So this is what we are going to do here in exercise number 2. So we are going to find 3 examples, all right? I want you to find 3 examples of the passive in blue in the test, and then we are going to complete the rules in this learn this box. Just listen carefully, listen carefully. So there we have it. I am gonna read the number 1, and we are going to complete the exercise first. Let's read the learn this
Okay.
box. Let's go ahead with the learn this box, and then we go back to the exercise, finding the passive voice, all right? So let's see. Number 1, listen carefully to the definition. The passive is formed with the correct form of the verb. The verb be
B.
in the past participle. So number 2, we use the
Uh, past simple. No,
present
present simple.
simple for,
For
okay,
present passive and the past symbol for the past present passive.
okay. So and then number 3, if we want to say, all right, if we want to say who performed the action, we use by. So let's
Right.
see, for example, the action Let me see, what can I say? Let me get something here. Okay, for example, my cell phone is the closest thing I have here. Let me show you. Okay. The phone call was made. This is the number 3.
by
By who? By who?
Samsung.
Or by, you can, for
Samsung.
example, by your supervisor, for example.
By your by your boss. Yes.
Do you know Chan, my supervisor?
Yes, I know.
Okay.
Hong Fam Jan, right?
Yeah, Hong Fan Chan, my supervisor, my coordinator rather. She is my amazing coordinator. She's a great person. Love her. She's a nice person. All right.
Yes.
I like her attitude. She's a really nice person. She's incredible. All right, let's continue. So now exercise number 3. Now you may have the freedom. I think you already learned the rule. You already understand the rule. And now I'm going to give you the opportunity, okay, to underline the exercises. Let me see. So let me pass to you the share button. Oh, where's my share button? All right, I found it. I know what was a problem. Okay, let me erase it. Oh, what's happened? Let me see. Let me see, Chan. You have access?
Well, I'm using the phone, so I don't know that you can give the pens to me. I can just read it.
Oh, oh,
I'm using
okay.
the phone.
Will it be the reason? Will it be the reason why
Yeah.
you're not able to use it?
Yes, I think so. Because
Yeah.
I'm using the phone, the cell phone.
Yeah, in my opinion,
Okay.
it was new to me. I didn't know if you are on a cell phone, you might not be able to use it. But that's fine. No
Yeah.
problem. No problem. Okay.
I can just read it.
Okay, no problem. You can read it. Can you tell me what are these? Can you tell me, given the situation, you may not use the pencil. Can you tell me maybe more examples of a passive in the exercise number 1?
They were copied by hand.
Okay.
They were copied by hand. This is one
Okay.
example.
Okay. Given the number 2, it'll be 5 examples, right?
Yes, I will find it. Okay, let me read
Okay,
it
take your
first.
time.
They were copied.
Okay, no problem. You can take your time. Can you hear me well?
Yes, okay.
You can take your time and do it. Let me see, organize your examples. Just if you want, you can write in or however you want it.
Okay, I finished.
Okay,
First
great.
is book were not printed. They were copied by hand is 2 example. Were not
Okay.
printed and copied by hand. Third one is Champion of Youth was written in 1939 by Ernest Vincent Wright.
Okay.
This third or 3 example. And was written is example 2.
Repeat this one more time. I could not get what you told me. I would like you to repeat it, please.
Was written is the example and
Written,
written by
written,
written
written,
was
written.
written.
That's right.
Yes, was written is a 4th example and was sold Alice Adventures in Wonderland was sold is last one. Wait, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, I can hear very well. I'm just listening carefully to your samples to make sure that everything is correct. I'm just paying attention carefully to the examples because you know I need to evaluate if everything works fine, if you really master the context of the grammar. Because in my opinion, you know, that's crucial. I wouldn't like you to learn something that is incorrect. Okay, let me see. So now I have a question for you. Are they present? Are they present simple? Are they present simple passive or past simple passive? Well, what do you think about it?
Are kept is present passive. Are bought is present passive.
Okay.
Was offered is a past passive.
Okay.
Were not printed is what past passive. Was written is a past passive. Was sold is a past passive too.
Okay. 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 Perfect. So this is what we're gonna do here. This is what we are gonna do here. I see you did the exercises very well. Let's go to exercise number 4. Next topic. Look at here.
Okay.
Let me show you. So now it's time to complete the sentences in the chart. All right. So we're going to use the sentences in the chart, the ones we have here. So then after that, we're going to use the present or past simple passive form of the verb in the bracket. So then after that, we're going to match 4 of the sentences with picture A to D. All right. Let's get started with this chart first, and then we go to the next exercise. Ready?
50 years. Okay.
So
50
here,
years ago, manuscript was written by hand on a typewriter.
written.
Was written by hand on a typewriter. Today, manuscript was typed are typed. Wait, what is the past for the type one? Is the type still type, right?
Okay.
Manuscript are typed on a computer. 50 years ago, a finished manuscript was sent to the publisher by post. Today the finished manuscript was is emailed to the publisher. 50
Okay.
years ago, picture were shown by on paper. Most picture are created on a computer. Metal plates 50 years ago, metal plates
Okay.
were made by the printers. Today, some books
Okay.
are print directly from a computer. Books 50 years ago, books were sold only in bookshops. Today, more books are bought online than from bookshops.
Okay. Today, more books. Repeat it one more time. You say
Are bought.
are. Okay, good job. Great job. I thought you would say where. That's fine. Well done. Okay, so very good job. Very well done. I really like it, the way how you did it. Impressive. I think you mastered this part. So now I'm feeling more confident. Next exercise. So let's see. Let me see something. Oh, yeah, it's here. Listen carefully. Okay. The number 5.
Are you
You're gonna listen the audio carefully. Okay, listen carefully. All right. Do let me know if you can listen the exercise. We're gonna do the
Like,
following.
see you offer you say.
Sorry.
Lesson
Hear me?
10B.
Hello?
Yes, Nyan?
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you, but you are a bit breaking up. Just a little bit.
I see you are freezing, and are you
Let me see.
changing to another slide? I cannot see it.
Oh, you cannot see it. No problem. It may happen sometimes when we are in cell phones. Let me see. Nyan, can you hear me?
Yes. Very clearly.
Okay, can you hear me well now, Nyan?
Yes, can you hear me? I can hear
Yeah.
you.
And can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, can you? Oh, perfect. So
Yes.
nice. So we're gonna do the following. So just listen carefully, the information that is gonna be given on the audio. What are we gonna do in this exercise number 5? So it's gonna be simple. It's a piece of cake, but I really want you to identify which one is the correct based on the information given. You may listen to the description. I know that at this time, you have no time for the pens to use the pen or to underline, whatever. But I want you to tell me, all right? Just listen carefully.
Okay.
And here we go.
Exercise 5.
Okay.
50 years ago, manuscripts were written by hand or on a typewriter. Picture A.
Today, manuscripts are typed on a computer.
Okay.
50 years ago, the finished manuscript was sent to the publisher by post. Picture B.
Okay.
Today, the finished manuscript is emailed to the publisher.
Okay.
50 years ago, pictures were drawn on paper.
Okay.
Today, most pictures are created on a computer. Picture C.
50 years ago, metal plates were made by the printers.
Today, some books are printed directly from a computer.
50 years ago, books were sold only in bookshops.
Today, more books are bought online than from bookshops. Picture D.
Okay. So let's see. Now I want you to tell me which one is A. What is this description? What is this description for letter A? Or picture A rather.
Manuscript was written by hand on typewriter.
That is correct. Well done. Great job. Or today you are very active. Okay, so what is the description for letter B?
The finished manuscript was sent to the publisher by post.
Okay, and what about letter C? What is that? I think you're breaking up. Sorry. Nyan?
Not hello.
Yeah, now I can hear you well. Now it's fine. I can hear you now well. Okay, go ahead. Letter B, letter C, what is it?
Most pictures was created on a computer for C,
Mhm.
and
Most
more book
pictures, go backwards. There is a mistake here. Let's see what's happened. Let's see how we can correct it. Let me see. Most pictures
were created.
were created. Okay. Were created. Did you say were before or was?
I think that I said were.
Well, I think I heard was at first, but no problem. That's fine. Where? The correct one is where, just in case. Where? All right. Letter D. Letter D.
More books were bought online and from bookshop.
Okay. I'm amazing. 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 Okay.
Hello.
Let's continue.
More books were
Okay. More books. Say that again one more time.
more books were bought online and from bookshop. Is that correct?
More book were
Bought
bought.
online and from bookshop.
That's right. Well done.
Okay.
Well done. Good job. So let me see. I think it's fine. More books are bold. More you say the number 5. You say more books were bold. In this case, are bold because it's referring to the past and I mean it's referring to the present passive. All right. In this case, more books are bold, in which you're gonna use the past participle. All right, and pretty much it.
Okay.
So let's continue.
Understood.
So now this is what we are going to do with the exercise number 6. Look at here. So, I'm sorry. I just stopped sharing. All right, so let me reshare again. I'm sorry. So there it is. We're back again. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll do the following. All right, we'll complete the questions. So we're going to use the correct passive form of the verb in brackets. So similar to the previous one we did. So let's see, look at the example, just in case one more time. Okay, so you see the example A was the Duke of Edinburgh Award as Kim started by the Queen's husband, and the verb in parentheses was a start. Then, as you see here, you have was at the beginning, which is the verb to be in the past. And then you have started. That in this particular case, that will be a past participle. All right. So, so you're gonna do the exercise B. Let's see. And the rest, of course.
Was teenage surfer Bethany Hamilton attacked by a shark?
Let me see. Was teenage suffer Bethany Hamilton? Yeah, that is correct. Attacked by a shark. So let us see.
Was fox hunting banned in the UK in 2004?
Okay. So letter B, letter D, I'm sorry.
Is Farmville played by 82 million people around the world?
Okay. So letter E, what is it?
Was the first Pirates of the Caribbean film made in 2010? 2010.
Can you tell me who? I'm sorry. Can you tell me who this one was? Any idea?
I don't know. No,
Do
who is
you know
that?
Jack Pirates? Pirates of the
No.
Caribbean? Oh well,
Oh,
it was a very popular movie here in America. So
yeah.
let's continue.
Okay.
Next one, letter N.
Is Facebook used by more than 60% of people in the UK?
Okay, so let me see here. Next one. Is Facebook used by more than 60% of people in the UK? So G.
Uh, is April Fool's Day celebrated in France?
Okay. Celebrated in France. H.
Uh, was the Earth hit by an enormous asteroid about 65 million years ago?
Okay, that is correct. Hit. In this case, hit. Okay. Was the Earth hit by an enormous asteroid? Okay, about 65 million years ago. So last one. What is the
Yeah.
last one?
Was England ruled by King John during the 15th century?
Okay, so here I have another question. Okay.
Okay.
So you see, the speaking exercise, all right? So what I want you to do, especially, I'm gonna give you, let me see, as time is running a bit away. So I'm gonna ask you two questions as an example. What I want you to do is to make the questions and give me the answers, but we are gonna practice with two of them, and the rest is gonna be as a homework, which I'm gonna give it to you. So look at the first
Okay.
one. You're gonna be the one who is going to make up the answers, all right, in order to give me, let's say, uh, a good, all right, a good meaning or something that makes sense, a meaningful answer. That's the best term to apply here. In
Well,
order,
what do you mean? What does it mean?
what do I mean by that? No, what I'm saying
Yes.
is, so look at the exercise. I'm gonna ask you two of them just as an example, so that in the homework, so you share it to me on Zalo and then finish all of them. Example, was Duke of Edinburgh award scam cited by the Queen's husband? Let me listen to your answer. So
True or false? I would say true or false.
so you can answer in the lesson, you can find the answer. So I think
I think it's true, right? I think it's true.
okay, so was teenage suffer, was teenage suffer Bethany Hamilton attacked by a shark?
Wait, can I ask what is C and what is E? Like 1C, 2E, 3C, 3.
Yeah,
E. What is it mean?
no, those are the answers. So you can find it in the back part of a book, all right? You can find the answer in these lessons. So look at there. So
Okay.
there, in these lessons, I think you have your book, I think. But if you don't, no problem. No problem if you don't have it. But in case that you have it, which is what I want you to do, of course, that won't be a problem. I want you to make up the sentences. So because maybe there are some texts that you may not know idea about it, but that's pretty much it. Let me share this to you on Zalo, all right? I will share it on Zalo app so that you can give it to me as a homework. Look at this. Do you understand the homework, Yan?
Wait,
Nyan?
I cannot see it. I still cannot see it.
No, no, I just shared it to you. Did you understand the instruction of the homework?
So you just we answer the question, but by true or false, right? Is it
No, by
correct?
true or false. So you're gonna tell me an answer. For example, was Nyan talking to was Nyan for example, was the phone call made by Nyan? No, the phone call was not made by Nyan. The phone call was made by teacher Alexis, for example. So you're gonna answer logically what it says there. So I was asking you,
Oh,
maybe in the books it gives you where the answers are if you look up your book. However, you have the freedom to answer logically, which means with the correct grammar, the questions, as long as you do it well.
okay, understand.
Perfect. So Nyan, thank you so much for your time and your presence. I wish you a happy birthday, a lot of blessings for you, and I want you to do a fantastic job. See you in our next
Thank you.
class tomorrow, and do your best.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.